Hi, do you worry how current media and trust in information will dissolve? Do these questions keep you up at night, like me? After the age of information, will come a golden age of growth? What is the terrain for digital growth? I am Dr. Gregor Kappler and offer you my professional perspective on the current digital disruptions. For decades, I observed as a data scientist the building of index systems for agencies and corporations. For decades, I studied neural networks and understood measurement is mathematic bundling, centrally factoring. For decades, I researched how to formalize decentralized understanding of data. What is the state of the digital ecosystem today? Social media has produced great social dumbness. Artificial intelligence is taking over social affairs. Why? Social media controls processes, standards for data exchange, legal frameworks for intellectual property, and expert fact-checking for weeding out disinformation. Artificial intelligence controls capacity. Big training data requires storage in warehouses. Big models cluster computation. Mathematical understanding of experts. All this comes with high cost and control and regulation are centralized. From this, today, what's the way to utopia? So, I consider myself hero of my life and hero of life. It's obviously such that the next steps define your path. The path might be to your sustainable equity. So these are your steps. First, you stare at news in fear. Second, you feed social media your thoughts. The third step is trust the experts. And the fourth step is consume your equity. Easy to do, we all do it. What is the information flow? Messages and behavior flow from we the people through telcos and media to corporation and various agencies. In turn, we the people get delivered trusted information. We see distrust between neighbors and privacy laws protecting us from each other's stalking. The information flow defines perception, and thus the trust is in experts and in science. The center is towering and seeing and explaining all. How much is society a machine, with people as input and policy as output? Computing control from biggest data with predictive processing's most expensive. How much is society a machine? Are you destined to be informed by the best? By worrying news, feel stress-induced? It's sickening, it's fear porn. We see illness, feel repulsion. Your human relations disintegrate. We burn in anger, feel the hot flames that explode between groups. Are we entertained by the best in superhero fantasy, collectively loving few idols in drama, thriller, and porn? Are we observed through social media? We confess our personal expression. We whisper into the unknown. This screen is the black hole, the all-seeing eye, this strong gravitational center. See humanity falling beside you. whispering everyone into screens, blind to resonance, illuminating themselves to the machine, to strange judgment, collective shitstorms, banning and censorship. Social media observes, minds blown. Are you led by the best? You can follow the science, you can trust in esteemed experts. Experts have benevolent intentions, designing the great rescue. The experts protect you from crazies, from lies, and from malevolent conspiracy theorists. Are you measured, finally, by experts? Do you consume sustainably and are fairly integrated into a technocratic society? You will evolve into a just world. You will own nothing and you will be happy. The great reset is the social nirvana. Finally, be consumed. Vaccines are love. A question. What is the measure of a human soul? In resource, it's finite. Is there a different path to freedom and peace? I try to teach myself this. Don't stare at news in fear. Sit instead still and appreciate pieces of art in peace. Don't feed social media your thoughts. Express instead your thoughts. Don't trust the experts. Discern your thinking instead. And fourth, don't consume your equity. Share your gifts, finding balance. I rather deny that passive destiny described above and instead actively understand naturally connections. Instead of being informed, I aim to sit in silence, stopping confusion, appreciating peacefully the freedom of thinking. I find beauty in that. Read and acquire a taste. Old classics are a good start. Can I appreciate beauty? Instead of being entertained, I aim to entrust attention to beauty. I want to learn from it, build, maybe gain beauty. I find beauty in chains of thought and long measured arguments. I better shun attention addiction. I want to express with refining love. I feed myself as I starve social media. I imagine my own ideas and will find my kind and art. Anyways, we do decentrally consider, we discern calmly and fairly and measured, each and everyone on its own. We connect and consolidate, many strives for enlightenment each. Can I decide on opportunity? All will balance expressions, will ask, select and listen. Cryptocurrency can pay for good contributions. We must check Radical, Ethereum and Library. Economy and value can naturally reset when we balance by rules of symbiosis. Good contributions get well fed and parasites are starved and then excreted. Can I contribute in gratitude? I can offer and share those expressions that feel most urgent, like this. Value, enthusiasm, joy, maybe pride. I better reflect and name the emotions of urgency and repression. To heal my trauma, I better shun self-censorship. I better keep for myself too. I better contribute habitually. Me, you, we heroes of our lives. Our next steps define our destinies. I suggest write for your life, archive your life, consolidate your life. It's time for the collective consolidation of trust, against this deception shit. How? Together. Simple and inclusive. You do you, I do me, we do us. Diverse will resist the centralization. Let's grow decentral connections in digital space. You can join this information mycelium, for example, by contributing to these writings on information mycelium in the sense of a decentral formal data science framework. Just send a pull request to informationmycelium.git remote link at GitHub in the video descriptions. Chances are you are already on the information mycelium with valuable text and data files in a Git repository. The next steps are: load a script for registering file parsers to Julia Git tree types in order to formalize your valuable text and data files in Julia in the mycelium, and then plug in available information from other repositories in the mycelium. If you like this content, please subscribe, enable notifications, and watch maybe the other videos on the information mycelium, sociocracy, and why language is magic, and what is the power of language tools, as well as the deep dives into what is information, technically, specifically, but also intuitively, and the third introduction video on what is technically a data mycelium in radical Git. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope for a joint golden age.